No, this is an article from the Times of India, Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. I'm just reading a few extracts from that article. Let me read. If you look at it, the British still largely adhere to this most European of traits. In 1945, UK spent over half its GDP, a massive 52% on defense. In 2025, it devotes roughly 2.3%. After the 1956 Suez crisis, when Egypt seized control of the canal from British and French-owned company and managed it, UK turned its face to the wall. In metaphorical recognition, it was no longer a global power, military or otherwise. Finding security in its so-called special relationship with Washington, it renounced much of its self-reliance. Indeed, its nuclear power rests on a delicate reality. Those leased Trident missiles could technically be disabled by the US. So, Britain was protected by the US. Now, until now, Europe public spending seemed like a prose version of John Lennon's poetic anthem of peace. Butter was the peace dividend. When I say butter, it means the easygoing life for the Europeans, earned in the wake of two devastating world wars. So, European countries started spending on schools, well-being schemes, rather than soldiers and military supplies. It made sense so long as Americans, with their vast resources and stated commitment to the Western Alliance, were willing to safeguard the status quo. Now it is going to make a change. An aphorism attributed to a high-ranking Nazi official put it, "Guns will make us powerful, butter will only make us fat." So today, if you look at it, Britain was spending 52%. Today it was spending 2.3% later, in 2025. That means over the years, it was not spending any money on defense. And so it was spending money on NHS, and it was a soft country. It could not even challenge Egypt when it was taken over by the Suez Canal was taken over. So how far is Europe going to stand? Europe spent its happily all these years spending money on, as you say, butter for its people. Happy going life because we have the protection of the United States of America. Today America said, thank you very much, I'm moving out. It is your turn, you take care of your country. When a small country like Britain was spending 52% of its GDP on defense, imagine now what will happen to Sweden, what will happen to Germany, what will happen to France, what will happen to Hungary, Czechoslovakia. Look at the European Union. Some of them are larger than Britain and they were not spending anything on defense. Now how are they going to be capable of spending so much of money now? They have to protect themselves. So if you look at it, if they spend even an additional 25% on defense, their economy is no longer going to be butter. It is going to be stale butter. Our folks were comparing Europe with India because of the taxation levels. They always used to discuss, India is highly taxed, but we don't have any social services. Our friends did not understand that India had to protect itself from fiery neighbors. North, east, west, south, everywhere they had fiery neighbors. And it came out fighting with fire. They came out fighting and they, test through fire. That is what I would say. And today India is challenging the world. India is challenging all those threats and is able to face itself and stand strongly because we had no butter. We had to fight our way through, wade our way through swamps, snake-infested swamps, and we had dinosaurs leading us. Today we have nimble, we are growing very fast. Let us watch Europe before POTUS moves out. Another 5 years, POTUS be there for 4 years. Let us watch US, let us watch Europe. Let us see how the butter melts in Europe. Let us understand whether the works of India will wake up from their reality, from their stupidity, and understand how much India requires their working together rather than wokish thinking of breaking India and working towards comparing it with Europe, where it's protected by a shield by the American spending, and India has no shield. It has to protect itself, and the people are the only resources India has. Unless we learn, I have been fighting, and today with Trump in power, I am so happy that my words are coming true. That today, all the works of India will be waking up to the reality shortly, that all the luxury of butter and cheese flowing in the European Union will now come to not a halt, but they will start reducing. And let us see what Europe comes out with in the long run, as long as POTUS is in power. Thank you.